On now.
This meeting is being recorded.
Whoa. Okay, we started the meeting. As always happens, we first discuss if anybody has any questions, any comments, anything to share. So please unmute yourself and go ahead. Otherwise, keep yourself muted. Welcome, Mary. You're here first time. Good to see you. So anybody has any questions, any comments, anything you want to share?
I hurt my knees yesterday, one of my right knee, and I have never Paida before. And I had a very busy weekend. My stepson was here with his wife. So my knee is actually, my right knee is swollen. If this is my knee, this side is the pain and this is where it's swollen. So right now, actually, they just left and I'm gonna do Paida for the first time. Once when the shock comes, I should just stop or continue, because it's the first time. I know one time I Paida for 6 hours and Master Jin said that I shouldn't do more than 2. So any recommendation, since it's my first time, how long I should Paida? I know usually there's no rules, but however, just because it's painful.
So after Paida, just want to clarify, Fawzia, after you did the Paida, it swelled up, right? That's where the swelling came?
No, it's just that I was just working a lot in the kitchen, and I think I accidentally popped it a little bit because I have that habit of popping, and I've never popped that, and it was just stuck. So I'm like, let me pop it. And then it was in pain. And then yesterday morning when I went upstairs, I heard a sound like a cracking sound. And ever since then I've been limping. When I walked last night, I woke up at 2 o'clock, at 4 o'clock, I just put some ointments on it. So this is the first time I had the time to get the slapper, and I'm gonna put it up for the first time. But after I get the shot, should I continue Paida longer? Will it be better? Or when I get enough shot, like after an hour, should I stop?
I think, yeah, after you got the shot, you keep on increase the force and then feel the pain. If the pain level decrease significantly, and then you can move on to next area. Okay, this is a key skill for the Paida.
Yeah.
So if you, I think if you are not tired, you can keep on to Paida. Don't limit it just 2 hours. Because when I talk about the 2 hours limitation, I just mentioned that if I don't suggest people to do more than 2 hours every day.
Okay.
Because if you do more than 2 hours Paida every day, you will be exhausted.
Yes, yes.
You need to have give yourself some time to recover,
Okay.
and then build up the energy again. So if you just Paida for a certain day or certain 2 days longer than 2 hours, it's okay. Don't worry.
Okay. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Anybody else wants to comment on it? Do you want to comment on the same thing or?
No, that's enough. What Jin says and Fawzia understood, that's okay.
Okay, good. So anybody else want to say anything? Any questions?
So Shiri, I have a question for you, because I saw there is another Indian guy talking about discuss with you in the post. Do you have any comments for that?
Well, so he has been with Master Shao.
Yes.
For some time, and he is professional. He practices in Mumbai. So that's his profession, I think.
He's a doctor, right?
No, he's not a doctor. He's a businessman. And he visited Master Shao in Beijing or somewhere in Hong Kong, somewhere he met. So he's very knowledgeable, And
Mhm.
he has a video where he has healed many people with, yeah, so I've talked to him once. So what he was saying was that we should, in the Facebook group, we should also go to the reason of why the healing reactions happen. Because it says that's a reality, people can get healing reactions, so we should explain. That's what he was saying.
Oh,
And I asked him whether he can share his experience with it, but he said he can only do it on individual basis because he understands each case. If somebody comes to him, he understands what happened to them, what is their condition, and why the healing reaction happened, then he suggests to them. So he didn't want to generalize it. That's what I understand. That's what he was saying.
oh, I see.
So I don't know what, where we go from there. Because in the Facebook group, if somebody has a healing reaction and they want to discuss it, right, then you can comment on it, or somebody can comment on it.
Yeah. I think we cannot explain every situation in advance. That's why we need this kind of a group, this kind of a community, and also the weekly Zoom meeting to discuss about it. Because everyone has very different experience and very different situation. So if they can join us on this kind of regular communication, I think it will be good for these people to understand more. But in advance, we cannot really explain everything. Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, you're right, but healing reaction is a very important thing.
Mhm.
That because there's always the danger that somebody will get a very severe healing reaction. You can get, so what do we do? Maybe we can spend a couple of minutes today. If you can have simple healing reaction, right? You get a little bit of nausea, a little bit of headache, those kind of things. That's easy to handle and you can live
Mhm.
through it. But if there was some severe healing reaction,
Mhm.
what is it that we should do? Is it only depends on the kind of healing reaction? Or in general, my understanding was that you do inner elbow always, right? Anytime you get a healing reaction, that's the first thing you start, right?
Right,
Right. Yeah.
right.
I'd like to say something regarding healing reactions as well, because it's not always clear where the healing reaction is coming from. It can be coming from
Correct.
anything in our experience, not gonna pop up right after Paida Lajin. It can even be brought in by another person, another thing, whatever the healing reaction is. I'll give you an example. This week, I was working outside removing a tree and carrying a lot of debris. And I guess I got poison oak or poison ivy or something, and have been itching severely throughout the week, big rashes on my stomach and all throughout my arms and back. And even though it's clear to me in some ways that it was poison oak, poison ivy, because my vibration has been changing and the chi has been changing within my body through Paida Lajin and other practices, it attracted a situation that I would be able to handle and almost utilize for my own advantage and go through some suffering. But I can tell a lot is happening and it's forcing me to do Paida Lajin a lot, because the only thing that actually takes the itching away from me, and keep in mind, this is very intense itching, waking up many times throughout the night, sometimes even itching unconsciously while I'm sleeping. And Paida Lajin has been the only thing, along with meditation after, that has really allayed the intense itching. It's like my body wants the immune system just to really be up and at 'em, and the Paida Lajin just helps wake it up, because the itching is some middle ground where it's like wanting my attention, but itching is just hurting me. Whereas Paida Lajin slapping
Yes.
is a huge difference.
So,
It's not present, this healing reaction, not at all.
so may I ask you a question? Do you
Yeah.
still have that kind of itching issues now?
Yes. Oh, yeah. I'm still very much in it. I don't know if you could see. This is just an example of my arm. It's
Okay.
kind of on the.
Oh, yeah.
It's very red and callous. It looks like reptile skin.
Okay.
I've got that all over.
So may I
But
give
itching
you
happens-
may I give
Yes,
you a
please.
suggestion?
Yes, please.
Yeah, okay. For this kind of overall itching around your body, you can always find out two areas. The first area is the inner part of your knee. There is an acupuncture point named the 血海, just around this area. Okay,
Either knee?
This is
Either
the
knee?
inner part. Yeah, inner part of the knee.
No, but could it be left or right knee or just the left knee?
Both.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you.
and this is the first point. Another point is here. The thigh, the outside, the gallbladder, the middle of the thigh here. You can always find out all these two areas to heal this kind of itchy around
Right.
your body.
And you can even do them at the same time on the same leg with each hand.
No. It's a different area. This different area.
No, but look, I can get
This
the
area
inside-
is up here. Okay.
I can get the
It's
inside
in the
and
middle.
outside at the same time is what I'm saying.
You can, yeah, you can. But the inside is very close to the knee.
Right.
It's very close to the knee, yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So these two acupuncture point is a very good point to heal this kind of itching problem. And I think you're right. This is a kind of a healing reaction also, because when you Paida for a certain time, and then your circulation, your energy build up, and then your circulation getting better and better, and then it can help to remove those kind of what we call the evil inside your body. So when you remove this evil to outside, and then it will cause you have this symptom like the itching and something like that. That's a good sign.
Yeah, it's just I know it's a good sign. It's just hard to remember that sometimes.
Yeah, but you still have that this kind of tips to help you to reduce the itching. Just like at the beginning we talked about Paida the elbow, but for the itching you can Paida these two areas. Definitely.
Well, the itching
Right,
comes so
amazing.
often that I Paida, quite a bit these days.
Mhm.
Does it,
Yeah.
does it get, do you get Shaw where it's itchy? Where you were, when you Paida the itchiness, do you get bruises?
Yes. Yeah.
And then it stops, right? Then the itching stops.
And then I start to feel a lot of heat moving throughout my
Yeah.
body and the itching stops. Yeah.
And then, so does it come back to the spot that you've gotten the Shaw? Because
It
I
comes in
had
many
high,
different spots.
sorry?
It comes in many different spots. Just
No, but the spot, like, so when you Paida the itchy spots and you get Shaw, is that done? Then you have, then there's another area to do, but then are you done with that spot or does it come back again?
oh. Yeah, it probably will come back again at some point.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
This has been days long and I've Paida the same spots many times. So
Okay.
Well, because in Chinese, in TCM theory, this kind of itchy problem is caused by the wind evil, which is from outside to get inside to your body and stay there. So when when your energy build up and then your circulation getting better, your body try to expel this wind evil to outside, so that the wind, the wind naturally it will go around your body in different areas. So by Paida that two acupuncture point I show you, you can really help your body to get balance, and then it can calm down the wind, and then so that the wind won't go around so much inside your body and then cause this kind of itchy problem.
I see. But
Yeah.
so okay.
Yeah.
So is it a healing reaction or is it poison ivy?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm getting to the point where I'm not seeing a difference anymore. It's something that's my body is having to work to do and utilizing its immune system, I imagine that it's not just dealing with poison ivy. Maybe the poison ivy occurred and my body is now, recruiting a lot of things to let's just use this poison ivy and get a bunch of stuff out or whatever. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
It's not necessarily poison things, but in TCM we call it different kinds of outside evil.
Right.
The dampness, the dampness, the wind, the heat, and the fire, and then the cold. All this is outside evil get inside your body. It's now to let them go.
Right.
So, Mara, were you trying to say something?
No, I think he's on the right path. You just keep going over it and over it, and then I would just continue to keep slapping the inside of the arms and where Jin had said. I've had lots of different things happen.
Any example?
And some things like what this fellow's talking about. So I just know that he can work it with Paida.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing's coming right at this moment. I know if something will come, I will definitely give it to you. But right at this moment, I just know it's on the right path.
Yeah, and that's enough.
I know you're on the right path. I would probably be doing just the insides of the arms, the head a lot, maybe just carpet bomb. Just keep carpet. I mean,
well, that's the interesting part is that my body's telling me where to hit through the itching. So
beautiful. But
exactly.
what I notice is I could be doing Paida on the lower half of my leg, and I might not do anything on the top of my leg, but I'll have sa all over my butt or all over, and I never even did that on a day. So it's pretty interesting how things come up. And I have no one to talk to here in the Chicago area. So I've been doing this also in Ohio, where it's just been trial, and it's been always a good thing. Sometimes I've been a little fearful,
like
but not lately. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I said like you're losing your mind a little bit.
No, I don't think I'm losing my mind. It's what comes up. Like I'll get like a softball, a half of a softball that will just pop up. And then, or I'll have the bleeding, the saw coming out that way. I'm not afraid of that anymore.
I'd like to mention something different also, that the healing reaction, since we're on the topic, is not limited to the physical attributes that are happening on a healing level. Oh my gosh, the emotional and mental aspect of the healing reaction I'm experiencing right now is, I think, even more challenging in many ways.
Oh, it's not lovely. Oh my God, go ahead.
No, so I like Jin said, there's something coming out of me, and so very old patterns in me are arising, patterns of cruelty, of meanness, of separation, and sometimes there's not as much space between me as the witness and those patterns, so I'll just fall into them and forget who I am and just be in that pattern fully, and then space will develop and I'll come out of it and realize. But yeah, a lot of that's been happening the past week, and it's been hard.
And that's pretty cool. What I have seen for myself is I'm stronger on my feet. I'm stronger on my legs. When I do anything, in my mind, it is stronger. More
Yeah, it's definitely
stable, more
developing
stable.
discipline,
Uh,
for sure.
I'm pretty much a rock, but I'm feeling it through my physical,
Mm.
the stability on my feet, and the legs, and my head thinking differently.
Yeah.
I still haven't altered that computer thing, but I will be savvy because I am saying that right now, and I know that I will. So I know there's something that's happening. I'll be savvy beyond anyone's fondest dreams.
Right.
You'll be calling me, Sheree, you'll be calling me.
Computer help. Well,
So
so
I
yeah,
get-
I've seen in Paida Lajin sessions, people just cry out loud. And this, I mean, just the emotions just come out. And I've seen that. And after that, they feel much better.
Mhm.
Right? So it's a sort of healing reaction, but I don't know, it's a very strange kind of healing reaction because several healing reactions, you really feel bad because there's some kind of pain involved, but this one is like a temporary pain. I mean, you just cry out and then you feel so good after that.
Well, and once this just came to me once, because most of us here are piting significantly, that once like the body, essentially what we're doing is just waking the body up, right? We're just waking it up and clearing it out.
Right.
And so as that process, like Jin said, starts to circulate more and more, the healing reaction could really, you could quit Paida for a month and the healing reaction could come because you've already woken up some system inside that is starting to move things. So yeah, this is a fascinating topic, the healing reactions, because they come in so many different shapes and sizes.
That is true. It doesn't have to be instantaneous, right? Healing reaction.
Right.
It could be latent and it could be delayed. Right.
Right. Yeah. I mean, because from TCM's point of view, your disease caused by different kinds of factors. Just now I mentioned some outside environment factor, right? But our inside factor is also very important. For example, the sadness, the worry, the afraid, and the angry. This kind of inside inner factor also impact our body a lot. So it also causes a lot of blockage inside the inside our vessel and meridian. That's why when you do some Paida, you can really release this kind of emotion, and then cause you have some feeling during that time. So it's very good to release this emotion factors, emotions, things which can really help you to increase the speed to heal yourself. Right.
So anybody else wants to share any thoughts on healing reactions? Carmen,
I have a question. Did I understand Mahara correctly that she pited one area, the shock came out of another area that she didn't even?
Yes.
Wow. That's absolutely amazing. I just wanted to make sure I understood that correctly. Thank you for clarifying.
Yeah, it can happen sometime. It happened to me once, but only once, where it was totally different area where the shark came out and I didn't Paida there. Yeah.
Mhm.
So don't be surprised, things will happen. Unusual
That's
things
true.
can happen. Body is a wonderful mechanism. And you don't know how it will react and what it will do.
And what it will attract.
Yes.
But I would also always have the forgiveness, and I wouldn't do it lamely.
Amen.
You got to be with it.
Yeah.
And yesterday when I was working with my Paida, I mean, it felt so good. I went, oh my God. It was, and I was doing my lower half of my legs and my feet. And it felt fabulous. And I just kept on doing, I'm sorry, forgive me, I love you, thank you. And if I don't want to say all that, I'll just say, I'm so sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. But not to be lame with it and go off and do your own thing, watch TV, drive your car. Not cool unless you're doing some kind of forgiveness. Because
Yeah.
all pain to me, all it is pain in the body, whatever name you have, is all about unforgiveness. And what energy center are you in? You can pretty much, you can diagnose yourself. So don't go get a name for anything. Just apologize. Just be forgiving. And we have a lot to be because we're judging machines going, oh, this weather is terrible. This weather or this person isn't wearing something right or whatever. That's all on forgiveness.
Yep. Yeah.
Even if you think that you've forgiven everyone, it's everything.
Yep.
Every single thing. How we make our food, how we put our dishes away, how we wash the dishes, because whatever that is, whatever you're thinking about, that next person that eats on those dishes or the silverware or whatever, what have you done when you've done that? So you have a lot. People say, oh, I forgave everyone. That's not true.
Yeah.
Unless you're a saint walking the earth, and you could be.
Yeah. You're right.
So I think the key point is to let go all the negative feeling about yourself and
Right.
about everything. Yeah, don't feel guilty. Don't feel so.
It's
upset,
easy
so
to
much.
say.
Mhm.
It's easy to say.
Mhm.
That's why you have to constantly remind yourself to be sorry. I forgive myself, I forgive others, and I am free to let go and let life.
Yeah. Well, I want to ask Carmen. Carmen, you have
Shri, hello everyone. Everything is right, but also I would like to add, anything what's happened with us, of course it's better to be prepared, but anything will happen, we have to say thank you, because that's a lesson for us. Anything positive,
That's right.
anything negative, if somebody is brutal to you, and of course it's it's a gift from the God, because the God thought that you can afford such situation and you can grow in that situation as well.
Amen.
That's why, according to your condition, everything is happened with the permission of the God in our life. Anything else, one have this, another have that. But if we know that we have to be thankful, I'm sorry, please forgive me, as you say, thank you. That's the way we to improve our condition, which is with no end, as I told before. That's my short comment, because maybe someone wants to ask anything else. But I would like to share something interesting with me today. We've been with wife in the mountain today, walking, nice place, river, where the river starts, and then dry part of the river. Oh, I felt a little bit itchy in my right hips, because this is 90%, 95, 99, okay. Then I got up. First friend, this is first friend of the person, the stone from the river. And I start to do my right hip. I start to do, and I walk and I did, and it felt perfect. Then I solved this issue, and then we've been to the town, and I've been shopping a little bit. Wife also shopping a bit longer, and it was a bit windy, and I felt in a sacrum, because it was always a young person, sometimes more, sometimes less, but it's under control. But sometimes some peer here, I was doing here Paida, many things on the right sacrum, and I found a linder tree near the shop, nice linder tree, and I will publish in the group. And I start to do wall hitting directly on this right and this right area of the spine, directly here. And I start to calculate it later. It was but about 250 hittings, this pain start to decrease, and in one moment disappear. And I did maybe 30, 40 times more. I have a little bit redness there in this area, but I solved this issue as well. That's why anyone, it's actually options. This is example what we can do. But whatever happened with us, we can find the solution. That's my comment. Everything is in our hands. Don't worry about anything. Increase your power and solve the different things. With these things, we grow. That's our things we can take with us in a universe after, when we left our body. We will see what's going to happen. That's my comment. Thank you.
That's so cool. You did the wall hitting on a tree, right? You had a tree which was perfect, right? For the wall hitting.
Yes, exactly there, exactly with Linda tree. I publish on my wall, but I will publish in the group later.
Oh, okay. Very good. Yeah, no, and that's so important. We have all these techniques within Paida Lajin, and just to choose which one is appropriate at the moment and what you can use, right?
Exactly. Because I haven't other options to do Paida, but I have a tree in front of me. I have a stone in front of me. They are healers, super healer. They are.
Yeah, they use. You are lucky in Bulgaria. You get all these stones. Here in Florida, we don't get any stones. Just cement blocks. That's all it is. The best stone is a cement block.
Yeah. You're welcome. You're welcome.
All
Can I
right.
ask a quick question?
Yes, Pablo, go ahead, please.
My sister and a friend of mine are suffering from sciatica nerve,
Sciatica.
the sciatica, right? What do you guys recommend for that? I know this problem is in the back, right? From your hips, the shooting pain down to your heels.
Yeah, I tell you first, let me give you my experience here. Because
Okay.
one of the neighbors, she lives very near where Kathy lives.
Mhm.
So she had this terrible sciatica for last 10 years.
Yeah.
She couldn't sit down on any chair or sofa for more than an hour. She had to get up and walk.
Mhm.
So when she came to my house, first thing I did was Lajin on her. So she stretched, and I don't think she could do more than 2 minutes each leg, 2 or 3 minutes each leg. And then I did the Paida on the knee for maybe a minute or two. It was very painful, and the whole back of her knee was so dark black. And when she went home, the next evening she called me, she said she didn't have the pain all day. So, so evening it did come back, but then she bought a bench. So I don't know how often she's doing it or what she's doing now, but later on, she said she was doing, a month later, I met her somewhere. She said she's doing it regularly and it is so much better. That's what she told me.
Yeah, her pain went away.
Well, yeah, well, I mean, it was much, much lower for her. She was much more comfortable. So, but let's open it up to others to.
Okay.
Jin, do you have anything on, do you want to add anything on the sciatica?
Because I don't know the word sciatica, but maybe it's the problem of the hip, right?
Yeah.
The lower back, the hip, and if that is the
let me show you, Jim. I'm sorry.
Yes, yeah.
So
It's
they
a-
describe it as a pain that's around here from the back.
You turn
you-
off your audio.
It's the sciatic nerve, the
the video,
sciatic
the-
nerve.
The video.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. It's a pain here. It starts here where it says this is
Uh-huh. Okay.
the top hip with the bladder. It says, I guess it comes
Yeah.
down all the way down to the heel. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
really
Okay.
the bladder.
Yeah. So yeah, I see. So a guarantee rate is to do a carpet bombing from that area to all the leg area, the hip, the lower back, and your leg area. Do a carpet bombing all the way. That's a guarantee rate to heal that. Okay.
So somebody has to do it for them, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he needs somebody to help, or he can do some wall hitting, just like Carmen show, to improve the circulation all around over there, and do the Lajin as Shuri recommend. Do the Lajin for some time, but in my experience, it will be very powerful way. It's a very powerful way to just do a carpet bombing all around this area. It will be more guarantee to heal
Okay.
that problem.
Yeah, and Jin, you're right, because most of the people do not have a Lajin bench. That is a problem.
Mhm.
But Paida they can always do, right? Because
Yeah.
either self Paida, you can buy the pedal and then do it. So
And-
that is a issue, right? I mean, they have a Lajin bench, somehow they can improvise. It will go a long way for sciatica. I've seen it. I've seen more examples of people come with sciatica and then they get a good relief here. Just
Okay.
by the Lajin and just knee tapping, that's it. They get good
All right. Thank you.
Yeah. I think Carmen also show a good way to how to do it by yourself. Use a stone light.
Yeah,
Stone
the
light
big-
tool, yeah, stone light tool, and then hit yourself. Right,
Okay.
Carmen, please give your suggestion.
Yeah, he has big stones, powerful stones. I don't know. I mean,
Yes. Different.
he's a stone
Um,
finder, right?
Exactly. I love them because they are first friends of the persons. I will publish some video from today. Shri, can I mention something to
Sure.
Pablo? Pablo, you,
Yeah.
my friend, the beginner, they need carpet bombing, my friend. The beginner, step by step, and they wish to themselves to quick way to get a relief, but adjustment of the body is different. That's why carpet bombing. That's why Lajin, that's why hit the area where is the pain, and then the guarantee better condition all over the body. Yeah,
Okay.
because this is just the signal, but with the body happen many things. And also Jin will add as well here, heart and anything else. Actually, workshop, my friend, workshop in any country, every month, people together.
Okay. Are we ready to go to Costa Rica?
Sure.
Super.
Costa Rica.
We're ready to go up to Jin's place.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. The
okay.
Hawaii. That would be nice.
Hawaii.
Great.
That's a
Costa
good
Rica is not
weather,
far
yeah.
from you.
Yeah,
Oh, beautiful, Jim.
Super.
yeah. Costa Rica is like 2 to 3 hours flight from here, max. I think 2 hours maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I could look for a place.
Yeah. Well,
But
yeah.
Tony will look. He's living well, in some house with some people that are in a place called Guanacaste, where it's an area that has one of the blue zones in the world. There's only
Wow.
there's 5 blue zones in the world. One is in California, Costa Rica, Greece, and I forget the other 2.
Right. Wow. Oh, that'll be amazing, right? To do a workshop there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, anybody else? Any comments, any questions?
Yes, doing Paida on my knee, will I get the maximum benefit if I use both? Or should I just stick with this for right now and then use this one?
Well, it depends on if the area don't have big muscle or fat over there, you use the slapper, it's easier. And because the slapper, you can really pile that directly on the bone area.
Yeah.
But for the muscle area and the fat area, you use the hammer, it's easier.
Thank you.
And Fauzi, I don't know whether you do Lajin as well, because my experience has been on knee issues. Lajin also helps.
Okay, I'll definitely do that too.
Yeah, it's Lajin, the reclining one, the one leg up, one leg down, right? That's the one that helps.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Anybody else? Any questions, any comments? We have,
How do you start making a living off of Paida Lajin and helping people?
Making a living.
well,
Guys,
Income from it.
I'm sorry, before you go, Bradley, can I share something? Can
Sure.
you guys see a picture of my arm?
Yeah.
You see the picture?
oh yeah, wow, look at this.
Well, I'm glad because I never share anything on Zoom, so I'm glad you guys see the picture. I just wanted to tell you that I Paida there, my arm, all over the arm,
Mhm.
very hard. My elbows, from around my wrist, like carpet bombing all around until I got to like for more than an hour. And then I got to this spot where you see the Shah,
Yeah.
and that came up within 2 minutes.
See, that's
And of
right.
course, and you heard it, and I kept biting because I showed it to Jen, and Jen told me keep going, and I did it. But that redness, those marks went away the same night, actually. And the next day it was swollen, but there was no more Shah.
Wow. So the
It was
shower was,
swollen and red, but no, those marks were gone.
wow. So the shower was hiding there, right? At the spot.
Yeah.
Came and went away.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh,
then-
did you do your right arm? No, that's your left arm. Did you do the other arm yet?
That's my left arm. Yeah,
Is that the one?
You do
Is
the
that the
right
one you-
arm also?
Did you do the other arm? Remember you said you forgot to do your right arm all this
Yeah.
time?
Yeah, the other arm, the same thing. This is basically the same thing. There's no shot anywhere
yeah.
except in that area. I don't know why that area.
Well, it's just where the toxins are, right? You don't know where the toxins are. And
But I think you can try again after
Yeah.
1 or 2 weeks. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
I'm gonna
think-
try it again.
I
Yeah.
think
Wet
most
area.
people for the first time they do have Shah all around the arms. But it depends. So you can try it again, maybe 1 or 2 weeks later.
Okay.
Yeah.
For me, I've got a lot of dampness in that area. That happens to me too, Pablo.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
On that inner
So,
arm.
Well, I'm hoping that I'm getting close to that issue with my tinnitus.
And how about the back of your hands?
Yeah, I did in my back of my arms too. No.
No
Shah.
Shah also, right?
No.
Another one. the right hands.
The left hand.
yeah. So
No hurt,
Bradley,
no-
you have raised a very good question. What I'm going to suggest, because there's a meditation time now and I see Yuri is waiting. So what I suggest is we take that up as a topic for next week, which is how can you make Paida Lajin a profession, or should you? And how?
Oh.
Yeah. And
Great.
personally, I think you should. I think we need more professionals. And how do we get it accepted by the society in general, or people? Because the only way you can make it a profession is when people come to you, right? I mean, if they don't come to you, it's not much use of discussing it. So how do we attract people to this technique, I think, especially in the United States or maybe in Europe as well. And places like India is much easier because the regulations are very, very different than here in the West.
Yeah.
So
China is also easier.
China is probably easier as well. Yeah, yeah. So with that, I think, Yuri, are you ready?